With that, we'll bring in Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. She chairs the Senate Small Business Committee, also serving on the Senate Armed Services Committee, as well as the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee. Full plate. Great to see you, Senator. Good morning to you.
Yes. Thank you, Sean. It is really great to be with you today.
It's good to have you here. I wanted to get your thoughts on the president's speech last night. Very rally-esque, right? Something that many of us are used to for the past decade now. But the president is out there when he doesn't really have to be, touting the affordability, touting the prices coming down, gas prices, and really pushing hard that this was an inherited issue. Do you believe it's important for the president to be on the road like he is, talking about the affordability concerns of everyday Americans, and why?
I think it is so important, Sean. One, Americans love it when the president comes to their hometown. And two, because he does go out and address the issues that are near and dear to every American's heart. And we know that affordability is one of those issues. And he is absolutely correct. Under the 4 years where we had President Biden, we saw Americans' purchasing power drop by $3,000. But now, just 10 months into the President Trump administration, we are seeing that overall Americans' wages have increased about $1,000. That is a big difference. We can't right the ship in one day, but let me tell you, President Trump is sure making a dent.
I wanted to show you the New York Times. They offered their perspective, or its perspective, on why the Trump administration may have some internal concerns about the economy. So here's what it says, Senator. Trump's own Bureau of Labor Statistics indicated that as of September, inflation was running close to 3%, almost exactly where it was at the end of the Biden administration. Mr. Trump's political advisors are clearly concerned that merely telling voters they are doing well could repeat a mistake made by Mr. Trump's nemesis and predecessor, former President Joseph R. Biden Jr. Is there any truth to that?
Well, the president is concerned about affordability, but he is making steps absolutely in the right direction. And we see that as well if you look at our Department of Energy and Chris Wright and the work that he's doing. We know a lot of these costs are associated with energy costs. Everything comes back to energy, and if we can make changes in that direction, we certainly know that we are going to help our American wage earners out, those that are consumers and going to the stores and purchasing goods for Christmas, you name it, groceries. All of that will be driven down as soon as we have better energy prices, and the president is driven to do that.
Yeah, gas prices at $2.94 a gallon on national average, according to AAA, even lower on GasBuddy.com. I mean, that's big in itself. It hasn't happened in the past 4 years, so that's welcome news, especially ahead of the holiday season. But I'm curious, from a political lens, a political perspective, moving into the midterms for Republicans, do you think that President Trump still is able, that base still is able to help Republicans pass the finish line to keep the majority in both the House and the Senate? Does his message, does his face, the touring, the rallying, does that still resonate with the American voter, specifically for Republicans?
It does. And we have seen this when President Trump is not on the ballot. You know, folks aren't as motivated to get out. But just as his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, has said, he is going to be out there campaigning like it's 2024. And while President Trump isn't on the ballot, he certainly is going to help out those Republicans that are facing challenges on this ballot. Affordability is important, and the president continues to stress that, not just with his message of optimism, but in the work that he is doing through the administration. So I feel very confident we're going to see the president out and about. We are going to bring those prices down for our consumers. And again, we will see victory when it comes to the election cycles next year.